Welcome back to this week's African Grain Market Overview. Kenya's maize market could be heading into a much tighter 2027. Drier conditions are threatening the long rain crops, raising the risk of lower production, earlier imports and renewed price pressure. In this episode, Jacques will unpack what this means for Kenya's supply outlook and the wider Eastern African maize market. This episode is made possible by Collateral Management International and Zmatic Irrigation Systems. Collateral Management International, or CMI, works across the continent, helping banks and other financiers keep their commodities secure and well managed. With over a decade of experience, they're known for their reliable storage solutions, trusted staff, and professional stock monitoring and inspection services. CMI helps make sure everything runs smoothly and securely. CMI, your trusted collateral manager in Africa.
Welcome to this week's podcast on the Kenya maize market, where we will focus on recent dry conditions potentially impacting the long-range crop development negatively. As always, take note, all numbers used in this podcast are our best estimates, given limited information at our disposal, and should be seen as such. Let's start by looking at the Kenya maize S&D picture. This graph illustrates our Kenya maize balance sheet history and includes the forecast for the 2025-26 marketing year, covering the period October 2025 to September 2026. Our 2025-26 production forecast, including the short and long-range crops, around 3.6 million tonnes versus consumption estimates in the region of 4.2 million tonnes. So, projected import need around 600,000 tonnes, the lowest in many years. The import campaign to cover the shortfall commenced in April and should be complete end of September. We guess at least half of the projected shortfall has already been imported. The main import origin is Tanzania and to a lesser extent Uganda, with both having healthy exportable surpluses. The current drier spell mentioned earlier will impact the 2026-27 marketing year, covering the period October 2026 to September 2027. The crop affected is the long-range crop that should harvest from October and mainly cultivated in the Rift Valley in eastern Kenya towards the Uganda border. The long-range crop normally contributes around 85% of Kenya's annual maize production. Indications the early start of the rainy season, mid-February instead of mid-March, caught many farmers off guard, most of them only planted in April, the usual main planting month. And by middle May, rainfall started to taper off. The drier conditions have continued since. Our contacts feel rainfall the rest of July will be essential to minimize yield loss. Rainfall forecast for the next week has improved slightly, but still not great. Also, a lot will depend on the replanting and rainfall the next 2 to 3 months. There is already talk in the market of a 70 to 80% of normal crop, even if rains resume shortly. The impact of a potential smaller 2026-27 crop will only really be felt from February 2027 onwards. The local crop, although smaller, should meet local demand from say October 2026 to February 2027. But then imports could become essential, at least 2 months earlier than normal. A million tonne plus shortfall, a real possibility. So, the obvious question, if the usual import origins, namely Tanzania and Uganda, will have sufficient exportable supply to meet Kenya's potential import need next year. It is probably too early to make an accurate prediction on what the exportable surplus in Tanzania and Uganda will be early 2027. What we do know is that Tanzania, normally Kenya's main import origin, currently has a well above normal size exportable surplus. And given that they are currently harvesting another healthy crop, the situation is unlikely to change much during the next 6 months. Also, weather forecasters predicting a good possibility of an El Nino weather pattern second half 2026 and early 2027. El Nino usually causes above normal rainfall in countries like Tanzania, Kenya and Uganda, and below normal rainfall in southern African countries. How could a relatively big Kenya import campaign impact price trends? One would typically expect prices to trend higher when a country starts to import. However, this assumption not always true, as was proved this year. Since early April, when the Kenya import campaign started to gather momentum, until now, with the campaign in full swing, Nairobi prices have declined by nearly 25% from $370 to $300 per ton. Our contacts indicate it is the well above normal sized Tanzania exportable surplus looking for a home, combined with them currently harvesting their long range crop, driving Tanzania prices lower and therefore Kenya import parity. However, if history prevails, expect Kenya prices to trend higher from early 2027. Remember, quality information improves decision making. Contact us for more detailed, tailored information.
Thanks, Jacques. For deeper insights into African soft commodity markets, contact Jacques today to access Commodity Insight Africa's full weekly reports. A special thank you to Collateral Management International and Zematic Irrigation Systems for making this episode possible. Thanks for joining us. Stay informed, trade wisely, and we'll see you again next week.